Hello and welcome to the 5th part of my Europe vlogs. I've been so excited waiting to share this day. This is the day we arrived in Montenegro in the city of Kotor, which is how the locals do not pronounce it. During our breakfast time in the common dining hall, I peeked my first full view of Montenegro through doors that led to the back of the cruise ship. Once I saw it, I'm sure I abandoned my breakfast just so I could get this really pretty shot. And while this video is a fair representation of how it looked, it's nothing in comparison to actually experiencing it. Getting into the city was a different experience for us compared to our previous days on this trip. For one, we took these boats from the cruise ship to dry land, and secondly, the three of us were on our own for the day. Once off the boats, we stopped to take a few pictures in front of the sign that announced we were in Montenegro, and then made our way towards the gates of Old Town Kotor. If you look up right here in this video, you'll see at one of the peaks there's a castle, and that is where we are headed for our hike. Once we entered through the gates, we were able to see some of the lovely architecture they had, and we also found this really interesting set of stairs. They were down this dead-end alley, and they were just really pretty. And then as we exited through one of the other gates to our trail, we also found this really picturesque place where we stopped to take a couple more pictures of the view. At the beginning of our hike, I didn't record much because I was just focusing on the whole breathing thing, but we did see some animals. I'm pretty sure they were mountain goats, but maybe you can tell from the impression Naomi did.
What? They're all going up downhill. They're speaking to us.
Anyways, with the heat beating down on us, we really struggled up this mountain. Or if we're being honest, I did. They were completely fine.
It's hot.
That was great. We walked from all the way down right there. Oh, yeah. Which is actually really far.
Yeah, look at us go.
To my immense relief, there was a house about 3/4 of the way up where a man named Francis sold cold drinks to hikers, aka us. There was literally nothing else up there but mountains, goats, some ruins, and Francis. It's a really long hike. We're in Kotor, Montenegro, and we climbed really high and found a little place here. And they sell cold drinks. Tea. Yeah, this is traditional Montenegro tea. Cute. So we said thank you for our drinks and the conversation and said goodbye to a very lovely man and kept on going on our trail. The closer we got to the castle, the more ruins we stumbled across. Our hike brought us to the back of the castle and not the front of it, which everyone else takes. Our path was made up of zigzags all the way up the mountain, and the path in the front was made up of thousands of steps. This is a very hard hike. I'm out of breath. They are somewhere that way. There's lots of bugs, and I'm going ahead of them because I'm so much slower than them. So we are going to this castle right here. Buttes. There's a cliff face right there. Also beautiful. Leah! That's great when they can't hear you. Going through the path in the back of the castle, we had to cross through this hole in the wall in order to reach the other side and get to the front section. And this, of course, offered a completely different and equally as gorgeous view of the bay. And there were more steps that led up to a higher part, but we decided that we would just head down these very slippery steps and just see what we could see on the way down, which was a lot more than we expected because there was several other buildings that were kind of interwoven with the steps, and we took the time to look into as many as we could, and we even found this one. It seemed to be the only actual building left, as in it still had a ceiling. We were very curious, but our flashlight was not bright enough to make us comfortable in terms of exploring this, but it had really great acoustics.
Ooh, I can kind of see it now that my eyes are adjusted.
And what is in there?
This looks dirty.
That's great. Years later, we made it to the bottom of all the steps and made the journey back to the ship. Since we were all too tired to do much, we headed over to the pool, grabbed some drinks, and then just chilled out on some lounge chairs. And then we headed back to the room to get ready for dinner. And once that was done, we headed to the show for the evening, which was these two amazing cellists. And then to round out our evening, we finished it with crosswords in the dining hall once again as we indulged, if you will, in more dessert. The next vlog will be 2 days in one video. The first day will be our time in Greece, and the second part will be a 4th of July spent at sea. So again, thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope you liked it, and I hope you guys take care.